This edition of Last Lap is sponsored by John Wood's MotorCare.
And welcome to Oulton Park for the John Wood's MotorCare MG Trophy. The sun is beaming down on us today. There's no disputing whether it's wets or slicks. The grid's looking pretty strong and I'm sure there's going to be some close battles and exciting racing.
Thanks, Fern. Great to be back with the MG Trophy Championship for rounds 9 and 10 here at Oulton Park. A quick reminder for you about the class structure. Class A sees the 190 brake horsepower machines, Class B for the 170s, and Class C for the 160s, which could be regarded as the entry-level class into the championship. Here's how the points are as we left them from Silverstone last time. MG Live, Matt Turnbull, the championship leader. He's in Class C. Paul Luthi, the Class B leader, in second place from Jack Roberts, Andy Spencer, Andrew Rogerson, and Doug Cole, the Class A leader, in 6th. So, following on from Silverstone, the championship moves to Knockhill for the Stuart Robinson Memorial, and we're racing anti-clockwise in the first race. Graham Ross takes the lead from Ross Mackart at the first corner. Matt Turnbull passed by Andy Spencer for the Class C lead. Paul Luthi had some problems first off, but then got back in the groove, passing Jack Roberts in 31, and then the number 4 car of Simon Byrne to get back into the class lead. Graham Ross taking a lights to flag win. Paul Luthi winning 170, Andy Spencer winning in 160. For day 2, we raced in the standard direction. Graham Ross being beaten by Ross Mackart for the lead into the first corner. Paul Luthi quick off the line and passed Colin Robertson into 3rd place, but then fell back as Robin Walker made a charge in the 77 car. Graham Ross then passed Ross Mackart. Good race for Graham Ross. Colin Robertson, though, was on the move. He passes Ross Mackart initially and then forcefully works his way upside the inside line of Graham Ross for first on the road. But a time penalty means that Graham Ross takes the win. Paul Luthi winning 170, Matt Turnbull the 160s. And it's Matt Turnbull who leads the overall championship. Class B's Paul Luthi second, Class A led by Ross Mackart. Let's join Fern now for some paddock chats here at Oulton Park.
I'm with the team from John Wood's MotorCare, very kindly sponsoring the MG Trophy this year and the last 4 years and the next 5.
That's right. Yeah. We've been here for 4 years now. We've been loving every year. I mean, the first year we were a bit like, ooh, what do we do? But as the years have progressed, we've got to know everybody, and it's just become a big MG family, and we're all friends, and you know, we all get on, we help each other out. But yeah, we're doing it for the next 5 years because we love it that much. We tend to take this day as the end of our year, at the end of our working year, so to speak. So we take this, reflect on the year that we've just had, and it's on with the next year. And we specialise in MG, obviously, in classic cars. We've just took on X-Part. We're wholesalers for X-Part, so like I said, we are the Costco of MG genuine parts. Yeah, we took that on about 6 months ago, and it's just gone boom. And
the sun's come out for you today. We've got a massive team on board here with you.
Indeed. We've got Mackenzie here. There's my son.
What do you do, Mackenzie? Do you help out with any of the cars?
Yeah.
Brilliant. And Jamie, you're actually an apprentice. Are you studying as well on the side?
Well, I'm currently still in school, year 11, but I come most weekends when I can to help out.
Yeah. Fantastic. Yeah. And are you also working at the garage as well?
No, I just come and support them.
Yeah.
And
a future presenter, I think.
Yeah.
It's really about spreading the word of the John Wood's MotorCare, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, because we were a small-time garage, not many people knew about us, and a lot of our income was word of mouth. Reputation. We've got a really good reputation, and then we were Toyota specialists a long time ago, because my dad he come from Lindup Brothers in Chester, and that's where he served his time, and we just decided, we like MGs, so why don't we just go down that route? And we tried it, and it worked. It worked, and we've not looked back. We never looked back, yeah.
So you're now actually moving to a bigger garage, 3 times the size?
3 times the size, yeah, 3 times the size. We've got 4 restorations on at the moment, and they are literally next to each other. So we're like, oh, we need some bigger premises now, yeah. So we're going 3 times bigger. And looking towards the end of September, we should be into our new premises, yeah.
It's, with that spreading the word and coming to an event like this, supporting the MG Trophy, you must be meeting so many more people and more customers.
Exactly right. And it's more the friendship part of it. I mean, you know, yeah, we've got customers, but every single customer that walks through the door, we don't treat them as a customer. They're not someone that we just want to take money off. We want to interact with them and become friends. I mean, Bill, who's over here, Bill started coming to us 2 years ago. He's now a good friend of our family, you know. And every single customer gets treated the exact same. There's no difference even if we've got an irate customer, they get treated exactly the same, and they are still our friends. So that's what we're all about, yeah. So it's just a big MG family, yeah.
Joe, this is your first season in the series, and you've just managed to get yourself a new sponsor on board, Tetrasil. That's fantastic.
Yeah, it's great to have Tetrasil with their Carplan brand on board. It's been a lot of legwork from both myself and the rest of the team, but no, we're glad to have such a big brand on board, and sort of hopefully we can do them justice.
Now, you've had a lot of experience in rallying.
Yeah, I started rallying when I was 16, and I've been rallying sort of till the end of last year. I just decided it wasn't the thing for me anymore. I wanted to try something new, but we decided we weren't going to do anything this year until we went to the Autosport show, and we bumped into Peter. So yeah, it's Peter's fault we're here now and sort of having a go at the circuit racing. But no, I'm loving it. It's something totally different, and we're getting there slowly with it.
Are you already starting to look now to the rest of the season and beyond, so into the 2018 season?
Yeah, so the Carplan sponsorship that we've got is actually for next year as well. That was the main sort of focus for us for it. Now we're starting to try work with other sponsors to see if we can get them on board and sort of give ourselves a bit of a leg up for next year, ready so we'll sort of hit the ground running rather than starting on the back foot.
And what exactly does Tetrasil do, or Carplan do?
So Carplan's one of the leading sort of UK's leading manufacturers of car cleaning products, automotive sort of valeting products. So they do everything from wheel cleaners to windscreen polishes. They do all sorts of brushes, mitts, everything that you would want to clean your car with, they do it.
So your car is going to always be the cleanest on the grid?
I hope so. I think I get a sore elbow though from doing all the polishing if it's anything like yesterday.
Andy, new to the championship this year, you're 3rd in the championship. It's got to be one of the best starts to the season for everyone.
Yeah, it's gone quite well. We didn't really expect it at all. We were looking sort of top 10 overall. That would be a good solid start. We've gone 3rd. We finished 1st and 2nd every single race so far this season. We put it on pole this morning, so we're looking quite good for this afternoon. 4G been great all year, bringing up to speed, working with some of the other boys that we've got driving. And now it's just sort of finishing the year off, trying to sort of fight for that championship. The championship we didn't think we'd be in, and then it's the hunt to get the sponsors on board and see what we can do for next year.
Obviously, it's a little bit more easier for you, perhaps, to sell your sponsorship package when you're constantly winning or getting second place. You've got a lot of trophies to your name this year.
We've run out of space in the trophy cabinet, which we didn't expect. It's gone so well. In fact, Ali, the team boss here at 4G, gave me a chance to go out in the 190 car as a one-off at Cadwell. I didn't test the car. I just got straight into it, put it on pole, won both races, and set a new lap record. So that was quite a cool weekend. That couldn't have gone any better. So now we're back at Oulton Park after that good success at Cadwell Park, and it seems to be going quite well for us. We're on pole. Have to see what we do in race 1.
Sam, only the 2nd time you've been in a car in a race meeting here at Oulton Park.
Yeah, it was a good race, good qualifying. I mean, was a lot better than Silverstone because it all went a bit pear-shaped and not really the way we wanted to end the weekend. But yeah, we'll see how today brings and hopefully a little bit more luck.
Did you manage to get any testing in yesterday?
Yes, we did the full day's testing yesterday, and we started off a bit slower but then made our way and found a lot more pace throughout the day.
I guess when you've just started out in cars, every sort of lap you're getting quicker and quicker, and every 10th is crucial to you at the moment.
Yeah, every 10th is crucial because it helps us to get through the pack and up to the quicker people who are up at the front, and hopefully then we can be challenging them sooner on in the year.
How did qualifying go for you this morning?
Yeah, qualifying went not too bad. We've got a 25th and 26th out of 36 6 cars, so not too bad.
That's pretty impressive for only your second time out.
Yeah, it was well, but see how the racing season, rest of the day goes, and hopefully try and get up more into the front of the pack.
So Graham Ross on pole position, Ross Macker alongside. There is Joe Cruttenden, who we heard from a little bit earlier on. He's 6th in Class C. Class C headed by Andy Spencer and Matt Turnbull. They're going to engage in battle again. And Class B, Paul Luty and Adam Jackson, the top qualifiers in the 170s as the 5-second board is shown. And we're ready for round 9 of the championship. The lights are on here on the Oulton Park International Circuit. Away we go. 36 cars, incredible entry for the John Woods MotorCare MG Trophy Championship, which is underway. And as they go down into the first corner, Graham Ross on the inside, Ross Macker meeting the sandwich. Jason Burgess makes a good start around the outside. Couple of cars going on the grass, on board with Doug Cole, and we're getting a bit of door handling here. Oh, door mirroring, so contact between the two. I think they both escape okay. Doug Cole was the Class A Championship leader early on in the year. That now, of course, has passed into the hands of Ross Macker as they go along Lakeside for the first time. And there's a car off onto... and over the barrier. 2 rollovers. That is a massive incident. That's going to be red flags, surely. Not the way we wanted to start the weekend here at Oulton Park. Round 9 over just as it starts. You rejoin us at Oulton Park, the aftermath of a very, very serious accident here. We're looking at Gianni Piccioni's car, Adrian Ray, the other one involved. This is the 77 car of Robin Walker, and we've got a few different views of it. You can see Adrian Ray's car over the barrier, onto the barrier, very nearly into the marshals. And on the right-hand side of shot, the black and green machine of Gianni Piccioni going into a barrel roll. Here's the view from Graham Ross. Has a little bit of contact with Ross Macker. I'm wondering if there's a chain reaction that's got on as a result of that, because it was a very crowded field. Here's Doug Cole, and you can see Ross Macker having the problem down there at Cascades before he comes on to Lakeside. Colin Robertson going up the inside line. Here's the view from James Cole, and you'll see Richard Marsh in the mix here, coming up in the 19 car, bang into the side, push sideways into Cole. Now we don't see any rollers in this one, but very clearly more than 2 cars damaged in this incident. James Cole will be thanking his stars that it wasn't as bad for him as it was for Gianni Piccioni and Adrian Ray. Here's the view from Robin Walker, and just keep your eyes straight ahead. There is Piccioni's car pitched up. That is a massive roll. The driver's going to need medical attention for sure. Here's the view from Adrian Ray, and this is the car that winds up on the barrier on the left. Watch Adrian, spins into the barrier, bang, up. And right near the Marshals post as well. The Marshals, of course, have our utmost respect and thanks for what they do week in, week out on the British circuits. And also the rescue crews, the race officials, everybody that is involved in putting a race meeting together, but, you know, particularly the Marshals. And of course, we wish Adrian and Gianni well. The cars have gone back to the holding area, as well as the car rescue, driver rescue. There's some repairs to be made to the barriers, which will have to be effected. The drivers have a pretty long wait. They'll be worried, of course, about their colleagues, and they'll be chatting about, no doubt, about safety. There's no doubt in my mind that Oulton Park, one of the MSV tracks, one of the safest circuits in the country, every precaution taken. But certainly that incident will probably be watched by the team here to see what they can learn. The cars are going back to the paddock now, so we'll catch up with Fern down in the paddock.
Matt, not only are you leading your Class C championship, you're actually leading the overall championships. looking pretty good.
Yeah, I've had a great year so far, yeah, really good. Done great start to the season. Andy's caught me up a little bit after that and it's been a bit close, but yeah, really good racing so far.
You and Andy are having a lot of close battles actually, aren't you? Is it always clean?
Yeah, it's a little bit too close for comfort a couple of times this season, but it's Rubbins racing at the end of the day. As long as we don't overset the mark and we're both safe, then it's good. It's really good.
Have you had any highlight from the season this year?
Oh, probably second race at Knockhill. Started raining before the race, we're all on slipped. So got a bit slippy, good fun. Me and Andy sliding through the first corner, so yeah, really good. That was probably a highlight for me anyway.
Is Oulton Park a track that you enjoy? You've done well in qualifying.
It is, yeah. My first race here last year. Weren't tested yesterday, so I got a feel for it again this morning. But yeah, love it here. Really nice track. Nice day as well, so it's always good.
Graham, you're having a fantastic season this year.
Best I've done since I've started the championship. Sitting second at the moment. Hope to do well here as well. Try and close up the gap to the leader. But yeah, I've had a really good season. I've really enjoyed my racing this year more than most. I just seem to be hitting a wee sweet spot at the moment.
Is that just the more experience you're getting, the better you're finding it?
I don't know what it is because I've been doing this for 10 years now and I really don't know what the difference is. I think the big difference for me, I think, in the last couple of years has been onto harder tyres, and I don't know whether I just managed to get to grips with them or not, but I seem to have a setup in the car that works, and I seem to be kind of at the sharp end of the grid these days.
Do you have to do a lot of setup changes from track to track, or is it fairly simple?
Now that's a secret. Did I give that one away or not? Realistically, no, I don't do an awful lot. I find a base setup and it seems to work an awful lot of the tracks. There are a couple of exceptions where the track is either very bumpy or very smooth, but there's not a great deviation, to be honest with you.
Have you got a favourite track on the season calendar?
I really like Donington. I really like Donington. Silverstone, I don't know, Silverstone is really fast and flowing, but yeah, probably Donington. Donington's my favourite.
Fantastic. Not much left now in the championship, every point's crucial.
Yes, it is. The unfortunate thing for me is I'm not going to make Snetterton because I'm away on holiday, because at the start of the season I didn't think I'd be in this position, so I said to my wife, yeah, book a holiday, no problem, and now I'm thinking, how do I get out of this holiday? But I'm afraid not, so I'll just need to try and do my best here this weekend and see what happens.
Fantastic. Mark, is this your first race in the trophy?
It certainly is, yes indeed, yes. Yeah, very exciting. First time in a front wheel drive car. I've raced an MGB prior to this, and then Toyota MR2s before that, so always rear wheel drive. So it's quite exciting, a lot to learn. The main thing is, if you lose the back end, use the throttle, plant the throttle, whereas in a rear wheel drive car that's the last thing you want to do. I'm sort of qualified sort of midfield, about 2/3 back in my class, so I'm in quite a good position really, and I'm just looking to enjoy it. It's a beautiful day here at Oulton Park. It's absolutely lovely, and really just looking forward to it.
Brilliant. Hi Fergus, how are you feeling ahead of race 2?
I'm feeling a bit tired. It's been a long day, not having had the first race, but I'm up for it.
Brilliant. We're starting P2 in your class. You've got to be quite happy with that.
Yeah, I mean, it's a great shame that Adrian's not on the grid because he qualified ahead of me, but he's in the medical centre and hopefully on the mend, so I'll see what I can do from there.
Jack, you've done really well today and you're starting, you qualified 3rd in class, is that right?
Yeah, I'm really happy with that. Race 1 starting 5th, but race 2 3rd, so yeah, time's consistent, so yeah, race pace should be good.
So is this one of the best rounds you've had so far?
I had a win at Donington, win at Brands Hatch, so qualifying wise, this wasn't my best round, but no, we'll see what we can do in race 2 coming up.
Do you particularly like this track?
I do. 4 years ago I got airlifted to hospital here, which wasn't great, but no, I do really like it around here. Some good corners. Yeah, it's good fun. Quite narrow, but good fun.
Maybe you've got your bad luck out of the way at this track then, and only good things from now.
Yeah, I hope so.
Yeah. Well, pace-wise, everything's looking strong for you then. You're going to be quick off the line, I hope.
Hopefully, my race 1 start wasn't obviously. I didn't carry on with race, but my race 1 start wasn't great. But hopefully, that's my bad start out of the way, and yeah, race 2 should be good.
Colin, starting P3 for race 2. You pretty happy with that?
Well, yes, we're second down almost on the other two, but I think I've found what's wrong, and hopefully I'll sort it out in this race and try and get right through to the front would be good.
Oh, so you can't tell us any insider secrets on what you had to change?
Well, yeah, I went in Knockhill, I stiffened up the rear suspension, the springing, and I thought I would leave it for here in qualifying because I didn't test here. It just didn't suit it, so I softened off the springing for the first race, but obviously it didn't run. So let's see what will happen in this race. See what happens.
So those green flag laps at the start, you're actually going to be sort of working the car and finding the setup there.
Well, that's a problem. Try and get the back tyres heated up in these things. It's a trick not to throw your car into the grass, really, when you're trying to heat the back tyres up. Yeah.
Ross starting on pole. Are you looking forward to this race?
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I really love the track, and I've got a good group of people behind me, so got to keep them there.
Have you made any changes from qualifying?
No, I think we had a bit more pace to give in qualifying, and now it's just down to me.
So is there a pace that you know where you can find on this track?
Yeah, it's about trying a bit harder, but I'm just more worried about these guys because they're not going to make it easy.
Is there any particular place that you think is good for defending or overtaking?
I think they'll try and push me very hard towards the hairpin, and then maybe try and get up my inside into the chicane. So that's what I think I need to watch out for. But
You got to watch for those lights at the start then.
yes, need a good start.
Pete, that was a lovely group photo there ahead of our race that's just about to head out. What was that in aid of?
Okay, we do the group photo every year, and to be honest with you, I use it as a Christmas card to everybody. But it's a very special day today. We lost one of our drivers over a week ago, Andrew Martin. We've all got the black armbands on, so it'll be for him as well.
Ross Macker comes into line in pole position with Graham Ross alongside Colin Robertson in yellow, lining up third on the grid. Fourth is the black and orange car of Jason Burgess. All of the top 6 cars, the Class A 190 brake horsepower machines. Class B was due to be headed by Adrian Ray, but now Fergus Campbell from Jack Roberts. Class C, Andy Spencer from Matt Turnbull. Lights are out. Let's hope that this one goes the distance and that nobody gets involved. It's a great start by Ross Macker, who leads, and Colin Robertson looking up the inside line for third place, on board with James Cole. Paul Lutie immediately in front of him. Lutie qualified in 4th place. James Cole was 6th in class, and looking at the back end of the blue car, I think Jack Roberts, as we go on board with Matthew Turnbull. Ollie Hood in red to his inside line, past the point of incident in the abandoned race, round 9 of the championship, abandoned sadly, and briefly on board there with Doug Cole. Doug 9th in the championship overall and 4th now in Class A, so a little bit of ground for Doug to make up this weekend as we go on board. Always some great onboard shots from Paul Lutie, and immediately in front now of Paul it is James Cole. So Cole's made progress there in the green 88 car. Good start to the race, and it's Ross Macker still out front from Graham Ross in 2nd place. Here's Doug Cole. Cole looking at the back end of Jason Burgess, makes the pass. Very easy pass, in fact. Burgess has got a problem. Jason Burgess is pulling up, and I think that's going to be our first retirement. Here's Doug Cole about to effect the pass on Jason Burgess, going up towards Hilltop. Burgess heading over there to the right into retirement, and Doug Cole goes past. So too does the 22, the white car of Gary Wetton, the field going past, and it's a retirement sadly for Jason Burgess. So there is the front-running Andy Spencer car, number 75, in Class C, the 160 class. having a good run. As you can see, Andy, they're right in the mix with some of the Class B cars. We've got a huge Class B field, which includes this man, Paul Luthi. He's the Class B championship leader. James Cole immediately in front. But the 131, the red 131 car, leading this one at the moment, Fergus Campbell, in his first outing of the season. Well, there's the telltale pullover onto the, what was the old track, but now the escape road effectively for the chicane, as the race continues between Paul Luthi and James Cole. Luthi looking around the outside line as they came out of Lodge Corner. Luthi in the yellow and black machine. And coming up and challenging him now is the 31 car of Jack Roberts, but Luthi's having a look at the inside line of James Cole as they go into Old Hall Corner. It's very close indeed at the moment. This is all for third place. Race leader is Fergus Campbell. Adam Jackson second in class. I neglected to mention Adam so far, so apologies to him. Third place in class is with James Cole, and Paul Luthi trying to get back on the podium. Luthi's had a good season so far, as you'll have seen, leading the championship standings. As far as Class B is concerned, second overall in the championship, and putting big pressure on James Cole. Cole's been grabbing some fastest laps. He had both fastest laps in class at Knock Hill. And pretty impressive weekend for him. As we say, Jack Roberts in behind Paul Luthi at the moment in the 69 car, and this lead group, massive lead group here for Class B, with Fergus Campbell still out front and Adam Jackson in second place. Top 5 cars all in the Class A 190 brake horsepower machines, and we've got a great big run of the 170s chasing them down, and James Cole now knocking on the door of second place. So Adam Jackson coming under pressure. Let's see what the green 88 car can do. They come out of Hislops. They're going to make their way up Clay Hill very shortly. At the moment, they're all lapping in very consistent lap times. Here's the view from Paul Luthi again. Luthi looking for the slightest gap to try and pop through on the inside line now. Has a little look there, Luthi, trying to go for that third place, but he, I don't think, quite had the momentum. So they come out of Druids, under the Paul Warwick Bridge, up to Lodge Corner once again, and Luthi is again going to have a look under braking here. This is a good move by Paul Luthi. James Cole's seen him as well. Hats off to him. Very good awareness then from James Cole. Drops to 4th position in class. Luthi up onto the podium. He wants to now set about chasing Adam Jackson. The other thing for Luthi is he's got a position between himself and Jack Roberts in the blue, green and white 31 car, who is his nearest championship challenger. Jack Roberts 4th in the standings overall. And here's the view from James Cole once again. I tell you what, it's close for the lead too, because Adam Jackson putting a lot of pressure on Fergus Campbell. There's a breakage there in Paul Luthi's car. The wing mirror came off, presumably by the vibration, as James Cole continues to chase him. This is along Lakeside. He's going to have a look up the inside. It's a very difficult move around Shell Oils, which is a left-hand corner, very flowing, very fast indeed, as we go on board with James Cole once again. Still looking at Paul Luthi. Jack Roberts is in behind, and then Ryan Firth. Apologies to Ryan because I haven't mentioned him thus far, but he's on the back of this pack, keeping a watching brief at the moment and wanting an opportunity to get past Jack Roberts. Then we've got Robin Walker. The white car with the red top is 77. He's in Class A, the 190 class, and wants to really clear these guys in order to have a stab at closing in the likes of Ross Macker, Colin Robertson, Graham Ross and Doug Cole, and indeed Gary Wetton up ahead as we go on board once again with James Cole. It's a fair old fight going on at the moment for the 170 class, and Luthi wants to get a position further up. This wonderful swinging camera that he's got in the car, and passes Adam Jackson to take second in class. Paul Luthi up into second place, and now needs to try and set about Fergus Campbell. Not perhaps as grand. Luthi's, was that a mistake or a breakage on the car? The back end comes around, Luthi's off the track, bounces through the gravel and off onto the grass. Luthi, I think he's going to recover. Meanwhile, up with the Class A machines, we're on board with Graham Ross, and Colin Robertson has gone through. Ross is going to try and fight back. It's Ross Macker still leading. This is great racing. Doug Cole though coming through, the blue 99 car. The erstwhile class championship leader having a good go as well, up into third place. Here's what happened to Paul. You can see we saw the mirror coming off earlier on. I don't know if there was a breakage on the car or what, but he's off And as ever, Paul makes a swift recovery to rejoin the track. Well, Paul Luthi is still on track, but some way down. I'm wondering if it's going to be a first retirement of there is Paul, and we're coming up towards the pit, so he's actually peeling off into the pit lane. So it is retirement, first retirement of the season, sadly, for Paul Luthi. As we turn our attention once again to the lead group, the Class A's, Graham Ross here in the 92 car. Graham's had 4 wins this year, 2 second places, but it's Ross Mackar who is still in front in the 73 machine. Ross having won at Brands Hatch round 3, you may well remember being with us for that one at Brands Hatch here on last lap. Here's Colin Robertson's view. Robertson's had a win this year as well, so the Class A's have been sharing out the spoils over the course of the season and fighting for it all the way as well. Through the chicane they go. Mackar still there. Colin Robertson in second place. There in 75 is Andy Spencer. Remember Andy, one of the front runners in Class C, and took a class win at Knockhill. Class win the round before at Silverstone, part of the massive MG Live meeting, which again we covered, and I hope you got to see it. And here's the view from Graham Ross. Doug Cole immediately in front, running in 3rd place. Colin Robertson running in P2 at the moment, so we've got a brace of battles here that is going to decide the overall victory, one would think. And Graham Ross having a look at Doug Cole, see if he can go through. Cole's got a fair amount of work to do in the 99. He's had a couple of retirements, had a retirement at Silverstone round 5, retirement at Knockhill in round 8, and that's dropped him down the order points wise. We mentioned actually 9th in the championship now. There in the 49 car is Andy Firth, and coming up towards us here, the 33 car of Patrick Booth, coming under pressure from Ollie Hood. Andy Spencer there in 75, still going great guns, but coming under a little pressure from one of the Class B machines. Ollie Hood then busy chasing Patrick Booth at the moment, so a good race between these two. Ollie Hood, I think this is for 8th or 9th in class between these two at the moment, and Hood chasing him down in the brighter red car. Let's see what Ollie could do. Gets a good exit of Cascade. I don't think he'll probably go for the inside line in Shallows. The left-hand turn which they're coming up to just maybe shows a little bit of his front end as we go back to the overall race leader. Ross Mackar still there. Colin Robertson is next up. Doug Cole running in 3rd. 4th position in 92 is Graham Ross. And Ross here, with 4 wins under his belt, is going to have to start passing these cars in front in order to maybe add a 5th one to his cannon for this year. Has a look up the inside, very determined, and through, up onto the podium. Great move then by Graham Ross, up into 3rd place. Robin Walker's busy chasing James Cole, who has a big problem. Is that going to be terminal for Cole? Yes, it is. Pulls off onto the grass, so one of the front runners in Class B is off the circuit and into retirement. That's such a shame, because we've lost 2 of the big guns in Class B. Now James Cole and Paul Luthi, who are both arguing over podium positions, both out of the race. Ollie Hood though still busy harrying Patrick Booth at the moment, and Ollie's got the inside line as they go up Clay Hill. Should be able to just nick the position. Just watching to the left of the car to see whether the 33 machine's going to come back into the mix as well. Mike Harris is there in 37 as well in the white car. And you just saw a quick flash of Paul Croker going through in 96, the white windscreen or white sun visor, indicating that he's one of the front runners in Class C. So Mike Harris now about to maybe have his little nibble on Patrick Booth. Lapboard's going out then for Ollie Hood and company. And in fact, making the move there with the plom is Mike Harris, who goes down and makes the pass of Patrick Booth, makes up a place. All these guys looking to get further up into the top 10 of class. Graham Ross, meanwhile, now challenging Colin Robertson for 3rd place. And Robertson also, you can see, not that far away from Ross Mackar. Fastest lap of the race is with Doug Cole at the moment. So Cole running well, albeit back in 4th place. Gary Wetton is 5th. Robin Walker 6th in class. And this is the view again from the 92 machine. looking to add to that impressive tally of wins. Lights on for Doug Cole, maybe won't make too much difference. Colin Robertson in yellow having a little look there to see if he could maybe find a way up the inside line, but is he too far back at the moment? Here is the view from Lodge Corner, effectively the last turn, and Robertson still holds sway. Graham Ross challenging him now and catching up and coming offline and having a look as they go on the exit of Dearly, climbing uphill, and he's going to look through. It's very nearly 3 wide here, but coming up now into second place is Graham Ross. Ross is through into second. Colin Robertson has gone from challenging to the lead, and Doug Cole is in the mix as well now in the blue car. Doug Cole having a look to try and get third place. He wants to get a podium, if not more. Robin Walker coming through and managing to pass Adam Jackson. So Walker trying to clear the Class B machines and gets between first and second in Class B. Fergus Campbell in red there, leading class. Then, as you can tell from the orange sunstrip, it is Robin Walker who's got between first and second. So Adam Jackson here, not quite close enough at the minute to... there we go, and off the circuit goes Joe Cruttenden. Joe Cruttenden, who spoke to earlier, is out. Well, here's a replay of Joe Cruttenden. He goes out, nudges the barrier, that immaculate car, and he is sadly out of it. He's 10th in the championship, Joe Cruttenden, or was, and I think 3rd in Class C, so that may well be going down the Swanee for him now. So work for him to do in the last meeting of the year at Snetterton in October. We wish him well for that. Here's the view from Colin Robertson once again. 3rd place, this is the top 4. Ross Macker, Graham Ross, Colin Robertson in yellow, and then Doug Cole in 4th place. And these 4 cars have been circulating like this for most of the race. We've seen some place swaps, but the significant thing is we've seen clean, fair racing, and with the place swaps as well. So hats off to all 4 of them. And it's Doug Cole here. The view from the 4th place car, was the championship leader for class earlier on in the year, but a couple of non-finishes for Doug seem to have put paid to that. They go past Joe Cruttenden's car. Joe, the 4th retiree of the race. We've seen all of them: Jason Burgess, Paul Luty, James Cole, and now poor old Joe. We won't rub it in anymore as the race leaders go down into Dearly once again, and Ross Backer under pressure. But as I say, Doug Cole has got the fastest lap of this one, but can't quite convert it into making up any more spaces at the minute. Colin Robertson wants to get back up to second ahead of Graham Ross, but Ross Backer still out front. 3-shot comes the 77 car, Robin Walker. You can see Robin has now cleared all of the Class B machines, headed by Fergus Campbell. There in 79 is Adam Jackson. Jack Roberts is 3rd in class. This is going to help his championship standings for sure. 4th in Class B is Ryan Firth. So through Dillon to go and on to their last lap of round 10 of the championship. As it turns out, the 9th race of the year after that incident in race number 1. I can tell you that both drivers involved in that race 1 incident are out of the car receiving treatment. They're going to be checked over. We wish them all the very best for a swift recovery and a swift return to the John Woods MotorCare MG Trophy Championship. Meanwhile, on the last lap, bouncing the curbs there is Ross Backer, under pressure very much now from Graham Ross in 2nd place, on board with Doug Cole in 4th position on the last lap, coming down from Hilltop. They nip past the Class C car. So good dealing with that. Remember, we've got some of the 160 class cars that will be passed during the course of the race. They're all having their own races and enjoying theirs. I think that was Tony Jones in the 58 car, and Tony running 6th position in Class C. Colin Robertson still chasing. He's in 3rd place. This is beginning to look as if Ross Backer is going to take a 2nd win, an 8th podium of the year, because as they go up towards Lodge Corner for the last time, we look at the 3 cars immediately in front of Doug Cole. Doug surely is not close enough to challenge. There is, though, a challenge from Graham Ross. Has a look. Ross Backer places the car fairly defensive going into that last corner and through Dilling. It is going to be a win for Ross Backer. So the man who leads the Class A Championship standings takes another win. That will help his championship. 2nd place goes to Graham Ross. 3rd is Colin Robertson. 4th is Doug Cole. Well, it turned out in the end to be a great race. Such a pity we didn't get 2 races. And as I say, our thoughts are with those drivers who are off for medical care. Here is the scrap for the lead in Class B. Fergus Campbell still ahead of Adam Jackson. So Campbell in his first outing of the year. Jackson, a very impressive result here for Adam Jackson. Third meeting of the season for him. Best in class so far this year was 5th position, which was in race 2 at Silverstone. So he's had a mega race here, Adam Jackson. And it's a great result for him. As we watch the 77 car, that's Robin Walker. He's in 5th place in Class A. And Fergus Campbell here, he's got fastest lap in class. He's lighting up the timing screen still, so he might even improve on this lap as well as they come up towards the line. Fergus Campbell wins Class B from Adam Jackson. Jack Roberts is going to take 3rd position in class. And meanwhile, we've had a super race for the 160s, which are headed by Andy Spencer there in blue. Matt Turnbull, the championship leader, is immediately behind, but it's Andy Spencer who's going to take the honours by the look of it. On board with Matthew Turnbull, the outright championship leader, remember. And these two, we can expect some more fireworks from them at Snetterton in October, the weekend of the end of September, 1st of October. Please come and join us at Snetterton if you're able to. So it is going to be Andy Spencer, who on this occasion I think is going to get the win. He's still ahead of Matthew Turnbull. So coming up into Lodge Corner, you can see also very close attendance is Paul Croker in the 96 car, who's had a couple of podia this year as well. Paul Croker, I think, may well overtake Joe Cruttenden in the championship, but it is a class win for Andy Spencer from Matthew Turnbull. Paul Croker takes 3rd position in Class 3. Great class races here at Oulton Park. The outright winner being Ross Mackar in 73 from 92. Graham Ross. Fergus Campbell winning Class B, and as we just saw, Andy Spencer, there is Fergus in the 131 machine, and Andy Spencer, just to recap, taking the win there in the 75 car in Class C. Great meeting and some great racing. Ross Macker takes the win, Graham Ross next, Colin Robertson from Doug Cole and Gary Wetton, Robin Walker and Fergus Campbell winning Class B from Adam Jackson and Jack Roberts. Ryan Firth 4th in class and completes the top 10. 11th goes to Tom Butler from Richard Marsh and Ollie Hood, then Mike Harris and Patrick Booth. Andy Firth is next from Class C winner Andy Spencer. Matthew Turnbull in 2nd in class from Paul Croker. Then it was James Blake, Paul Savage and Mark Scott next up from Samuel Johnson. John Booth taking 4th in Class C from Tyler Ballard and Tony Jones in 26. So the car's coming into Parc Fermé again. Our very best wishes to Gianni Piccioni and Adrian Ray. Our winners from round 10 of the championship will have the opportunity to celebrate, and before they do that, of course, have a word with Fern in Victory Lane.
Congratulations, Ross, that's the win you wanted.
Yeah, it certainly was. Better than I ever could have expected. I was overjoyed to see them fighting amongst themselves behind me. It just gave me a little breath of relief, I think, a little bit of space, but very, very close.
It was extremely close. I'm surprised you said there was a bit of space. It really got tight there.
Yeah, I mean, those boys, they know where they're quick and they know where I'm slow, and they put all the pressure on exactly as I knew they would, but they raced very cleanly, so I was really happy with it.
But you managed to hold that pressure and got it to the checker flag.
Yeah, I think so. I think that's how it worked out. But yeah, no, it was a really excellent race, and I'm delighted with the win.
Graham, fantastic result.
Well, if you're not going to get a win, that's the best way to get second. What a great dice it was with the guys. Great to have a good clean race. Loved that. Really good.
You must have really enjoyed those battles. It was really close.
It was. I just couldn't get past Ross, and I made a mistake at Lodge, which let Colin past, and then Doug came past, got 2nd to 4th. Get the head down, get going, regain my place again, but again I just couldn't get past Ross at all. He defended really, really well, but yeah, loved every minute of that.
The pace was so strong from you all. You're all thousands apart from each other.
Yeah, all the 4 cars that were at the front seemed to be going very well, identical. There was nothing in it. You just had to wait for somebody to make a mistake or just try and eke out a wee gap somewhere. But and it was very clean. I really enjoyed it. Awesome.
Podium Podium position, Colin, you pretty happy with that?
That was a very good race. 3, 4, 5 190s there were really charging along, and I managed to get past Graham, but I was kind of desperate to get past Ross Backer because I knew that Graham would be attacking me again, and right enough he got right back on my tail and back past me again, so real shame, but it was a really good race. You know, 3 of us at the end there, all with inches between us. It was really good.
Fantastic. There was like thousands between fastest lap amongst you all as well, but I think that ended up going in the way of Ross.
No, well, I'm surprised it went the way of Ross Macker. Maybe Graham Ross I thought would have got it catching up with us, but yeah, it was really, really close, and you know, well done to Ross Macker again. He ran the right race, he held us back, and he won it, and that's the best way to do it.
Fergus, congratulations, a class win.
I'm absolutely delighted. It was a hard race with Adam, but quite nip and tuck all the way, and it's a year since I tried to qualify for a race here at Oulton Park, so it's a sweet anniversary.
Well, so lots of celebrations tonight then?
Yes, very much so, and I might take a detour to the pub on the way home.
Jack, third in class, great result.
Yeah, I'm really, really happy with that. It was a hard race, but no, really, really happy with that. Paul Luty, championship rival, didn't finish, which is, it's bad to see, but no, it's helped me out, and championship goes down to the wire at Snetterton, so yeah, it should be good.
Fantastic. All looking good then for the next round?
Yeah, hopefully. No, only minor damage, so yeah, nothing too major. So yeah, get the car back, get it prepped, and yeah, ready for Snetterton.
Andy, you started on pole, but that was a difficult race win there for you.
It wasn't fun watching the mirror the whole time round. The start was brilliant, ended up with the 190s, and then it was all about sort of letting each 170 go through so I could turn around for a lap. I just thought if I can sit on the back of them for a lap and then let the next one go, I should be pretty good towards the end. I don't know where Paul Croker came from. He put in an absolutely mega drive. He came right up, sort of challenging a three-way fight in the end. But yeah, mega happy. Pole, race win. Shame about race 1, but everyone's all right, so that's the main thing. And yeah, back onto Snetterton, and we'll see what we can do there.
Are you looking forward to Snetterton? Is that a track that you like?
I've never been here. I've never been here before. Never been to Snetterton before. So yeah, it's my first year with the trophy. So it's all pretty new. So I'll learn as I go. Since I've been doing it all year, and we'll just see what happens. But I hope for the same again.
So beginner's luck is actually pretty good for you.
Beginner's luck, there's a lot of work that goes on behind the scenes. All the boys at 4G, myself training, trying to get sponsors on board. Just literally everyone involved in 4G, they know where they are. Everyone that's got me to where I am, everyone behind the scenes to put that car together to get me in the position to win. And that's what we've done today. So it's going to be quite a good night tonight, I think.
Yeah.
Matt Turnbull still leads the championship. Paul Luty still leads Class B. Andy Spencer still in 3rd place. Ross Backer, though, moves up into 4th overall, ahead of Jack Roberts. Ross leading Class A. Graham Ross next from Gary Wetton, Doug Cole, Tony Jones and Andrew Rogerson.
Well, that's it from us here at Oulton Park from the John Woods MotorCare MG Trophy. Next time we're out at Snetterton, join us then.